Thank you so much for joining in. My name is Qweci, your favorite nurse, and this is Qweci's Health Hive, where your health is your greatest wealth. And for today, we're discussing a very interesting topic by name diabetes. Many people have shared their thoughts and their comments on the topic of diabetes, but come to think of it, has everything been told been a lie or truth? Is sugar really the cause of diabetes? Share with me your thoughts once again in the comments, even as we suggest this interesting fact. Have you ever wondered why you can go hours or days without food? Christians in our world today embark on fasting where they do not take in food or water sometimes, but yet they sustain energy. Let me tell you why. The body has been designed in such a way to store up extra energy from the food we take, say carbohydrate or fat, in the form of glycogen. This phenomenon is being monitored by what we call insulin produced by beta cells in the pancreas. But unfortunately, sometimes the system fails. It's quite unfortunate. But then, follow me carefully, even as we talk more on this topic. When this system fails, the extra energy which is supposed to be stored up as glycogen in our bodies is being left in the bloodstream. So anytime we monitor our blood sugars, either at home or the hospitals, we tend to have a very high number. This is what we call diabetes. That is to say, diabetes is a metabolic disorder where high blood levels of sugar is being recorded. With this understanding in mind, let us discuss the types of diabetes. There are two major types of diabetes, type 1 and type 2. Type 1 is an autoimmune disorder. That is to say, the body some way, somehow fights the insulin producing cells. In type 2, it is lifestyle and genetics dependent. There are three major signs and symptoms of diabetes: polyuria, polydipsia, and polyphagia. That means that there is frequent urination, there is increased thirst, and there is increased hunger. Particularly for men, there is decreased libido, there is poor muscle strength, but for women, they tend to have dry, itchy skin and frequent UTIs. Inasmuch as diabetes cannot be cured, it is good news to know that it can be managed. How do we manage diabetes then? One is by medications and two is by lifestyle changes. For medications, we humbly advise that you set an appointment with a medical doctor for proper assessment and treatment. However, if you follow carefully the steps I'm going to take you through in the next few minutes, which are lifestyle dependent, you can be able to manage diabetes effectively. Number one, there should be change in diet. That is to say, there should be reduced, if at all, the intake of carbonated drinks and foods which are so high or rich in starch. For example, you cannot be eating fufu after 5 p.m. if you have diabetes. That will just tend to increase your chances of not being managed effectively. Number two, you should maintain a very good sleep. Number three, there should be frequent exercises. In a separate video, I'll take time to discuss how preventive measures can be taken against diabetes. Nonetheless, let me give you three for the meantime. In a day, one is expected to engage in 150 minutes of exercise, aerobic exercises I mean. This includes walking, swimming, and others. Number two, there should be frequent intake of fruits and vegetables. And for our obese people or obese friends, we humbly advise that you lose weight. Thank you so much. This brings us to the end of today's episode. Stick and stay even as we come to your homes with good healthy tidbits and also expand our knowledge on the causes, the signs and symptoms of these common conditions. Till again, my name is Qweci, your favorite nurse, and this is Qweci's Health Hive, where your health is your greatest wealth. Stick and stay.